Pulchritudinous multi-solipsistic monad bedframe of sempiternal pre-established harmony. I embrace you with my forelock of rubbery basset hounds, as you ointment tarantulas of peppermint. I embrace you with my infinitesimal-faced Tweety bird, too enigmatic to buffet through kaleidoscopic dream catchers, the rods and cones of Shasta's bloody waterfalls, as the dawn-brenner Dufay snarl you, and your diaphragm contracts with slug gel of Klein bottle fashionistas, and they touch your weeping bloodiest tears, made out of bright turquoise peppermint fudge cuboids. I embrace you with the sirloin drippings of sordid ornithic sainthood. I embrace you with the hourglass, the birdson's lavender barnacles, and salmon candy stuffed driftwood, gnarled from the conqueror Mobius strips of bohemian anti-materialism, who sublimates the Nazareth of Nunavut as I unclasp your creek bend of lachrymose verbiage. I embrace you with autumn's razor that sauerkrauts the beard of twilight's toonies. I embrace you after a sempiternity of climax and birdsong, and they womb the wounded vulcanized quasar eggnog. Cohomological sheafs, gibbous the mockingbird woman, garbing you nebulae duvets. Apparition of the surrealist poetess, I embrace you on the mereology of the fire-breathing Klondike totems, carbonara and carburetor opiums, the Lebensworld scrumptious insatiable hydras. I embrace you with my flocculent libra arteries of Mountain Robson's numinal psychedelia, whose cycle momentum are the kaleidoscopic monasteries of us and interweave in our soul anatomies. I garb your tentacled sweater by the brainword of the mall, milked out of vulcanized rubbery playrooms, and your ankles corvid your delicate wounded brain beneath shivering snowflake bed frames. Your tempestuous tears bruise alchemic orchidine clavicles of fossilized practopoesis. Conquer through brain forest of your Decembered smiles that beguiles and bemuses the Ukpuk, who has a barista foeman, urban legends of Eros. I embrace your hazel retinas with the carbuncle quadratics of a bright purple flamingo's delicate hip. Your retrograde and galloping my arteries of Arbutus, hermetic sand castles, archery into the bathtub, squeezing your libidinous ashrams of your psychedelic flesh. I embrace your bird-song lips perusing that alchemy, the aleph null of all of you embracing me. The absolute infinity of your monastery medusae, the kaleidoscopic orchidine of your passionate flippers, the miraculous black-billed magpie, fajita between the mosque of bedsheets wriggling, saxophonist of your Eros, prehensile paws of the practopoesis of the Milky Way. You are more ethereal than the crepuscular frost of the nectarinal haze of your nectarine kiss. And all of Andromeda besmirches the nightingales polished in the frankfurters of Fortunia. I embrace your tendrils the casserole Rockies made out of furniture, whose sidereal Himalayas of horticultural tumble from the saccharine sweat sliding off your back, and you shall transcend all verbiage and neologism-stuffed Tyrannosaurus rexes when I embrace you with my Mariological medusae, for then the Sibylline pyramidine interlace. Between your cortex and mine, beneath smokies of phantasmagorical autumn resin, you conjunction of a casserole of hedonism, across the horseshoe bay of Haruspex, that are Sisyphus in a topologically unbounded Minon's jungle, saturnine ringlets of the ushering of your butterfly hips, daffodil saxophonist, Orion, trombones of the flamingo feverish teleology, tarantula-faced prehensile fingers of your bleeding warlock of Shasta, pillage the equinumerous racing of your arteries and the cauldron of blasphemous eggnog. The moonshine wriggles boudoirs made out of mouthwash, your umbrage of umpire smithereens, the linguistics of faun and eros, solitudinarian in the rosettes of ephemeral hibernation, rainforest of rebirth passionately nailing you to an orchidine of opera. How do you perceive absolute infinity and beyond? The glowworms are ushering me like a wave of Hopi drumsticks, Bannock stuffed peninsulas of pataphysical platypuses, marsupial-faced princess on a keychain of Lakota, as if you had the face of absolute nothingness, retrograding like conquered cobblers, robed and garbed for galaxies of bipolaristic praxeology. mythology. Your crepuscular duvets tarantula your wounds of Dasein, thunderbird of Shasta's birch and sweetbriar wood, and your corporeal limbs, festooning upon the flipper blubber of the killer whale, rocketing into your Pulchritudinous, multi-solipsistic,